So, hello guys, just doing some repairs. Okay, you see this side? You see that side? Okay, compare it to this side. So, this means the fundis building that side compacted the soil than the ones who are on this side. So, this is what it looks like when soil has not been compacted. It just looks like soil in the shamba. You see, this is soil which has not which has not been compacted. Yeah. So my phone has a problem, so I'll probably be making short videos. I hope you guys don't mind. So, tip number 1, when building cob, always make sure that if you have two walls joining together, you join them as you are building them. You don't build one wall and then build another one later. So, tip number 1, when you're putting a post in cob, always put nails. Otherwise, it's going to behave like that. It's going to crumble one day. And then, don't plaster with cement, because you see that crack? That was a very tiny crack, but when you dig in it, that's what you discover, which we are gonna fill up. So that's tip number 2. Don't plaster with cement so that cracks can show themselves, because the house breathes. So when it dries and leaves a crack, it will be able to show itself, and you can redo it. And then and then don't get tired of repairing cob, because even the cob experts, if you watch YouTube videos, they say cracks is a must. Cracks is a must because of drying, but these are not cracks. This is just fundis na watu wa mikono who did not compact the soil, because you see that side and compare it to that side. This side is solid. You hear that? That one is solid. But I had to scrape the top part because I want to add just a little bit. So always be there when your cob is being built so that you can monitor such things. Yep. One thing I forgot, when you're putting things in your cob, like the post or a wood that is the frame that supports the header of the door, this wire, or even when you're doing your wiring in the inside, where you have to put those black tubes inside the cob when you're doing your plumbing, it will tend to crack often. But what I noticed is that you can create very sludgy kind of cob, very wet, and put it in the cracks, and it holds better than dry cob. So I don't know if it makes any sense, but yeah. So when you're doing your wiring, or a place whereby there's a foreign body inside the cob like this wire, use somehow wetter cob and be patient and ram it in nicely. And and whenever you see a slight crack, just like I don't know if it can be seen, there's that like slight crack over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Just there, there's a thin, very thin crack. That is how that was before I smashed it to see how severe the crack is. And then with the plaster, it comes off sometimes because of termites. You see, termite create vacuum and then the plaster peels off. So I would advise that you always spray with an anti-termite before you plaster, because that's what termites do. They create a void, a space inside, and the plaster comes off. And then about plasters, I learned that with plaster you have to soak your lime, and which I've done here. You have to ferment your lime for like 3 months, which I've done here. I've soaked hydrated lime in the small barrels and then whitening lime in this blue barrel. You ferment it, you soak it with salt. You soak it with salt, Magadi salt and common salt. So I don't know what it's supposed to do, but this technique I was shown by Frederick, who is in the group, and it works. Because it doesn't create layers. It works because it doesn't create layers. It actually, the cobble, they absorb the lime. Yeah. So when you soak it, it's like we put a bag of whitening lime, 3 kgs of common salt, and 3 kgs of... No, I'm not sure, by the way, forgotten. But I know you have common salt, you have Magadi salt, and then you have lime. The ratios I will check. So this mix, you then mix it with your sand, and after mixing it with sand, you how do you put it? You either put the oxides that you want, or soil or clay to get the color that you want. And it's not I was trying to say that the good thing with lime, it will always show you where you have a weakness and it bulges out, or you get cracks like here, and you'll always know where you have a weakness. Same with cow dung. Also, cow dung bulges out and you know where you have a weakness. So it gives you time to repair. So with the cob, it's an ongoing job every time. Like the other day we were repairing the thatch, today we are repairing cob, repairing the plaster. So yeah, it's a continuous case, you know. You always have places that bulge up and it shows that there is a weakness inside, so you repair it. So that is why using breathable plasters are good. Lime and cow dung or soil plasters, you'll never regret. That's what I have learned, because even when you get cracks where you have mixed the lime plaster with cement, it's not easy to repair or to hack inside and expand the crack so that you can repair. But with lime, all you have to do, like here where it had bulged out, what we have to do is put 2 coats of our fermenting lime there and we're good to go. But if it's the plaster with cement, you have to do a lot of work, plus it makes your building not breathable, hence you have that thing hanging over your head that it might collapse one day. So kwa nini ujisumbue? So I don't know if you can see, but with the 2 houses we were doing some repairs on the thatch. I believe you can see the different colors. Yes, but all in all, the cob builders, us the cob lovers, and the people who are inspired in building with cob in future. We are all learning, and let's share our learning experiences so that we can be good. Never get tired of repairing cob. It's an ongoing thing and you cannot escape from it. It's not like any other house. It requires a little bit more attention, but you have fun doing it. I love it. I don't know about you. Hello guys. Yeah, those nice looking bottles are going in that wall. So we never finished yesterday, but we got somewhere. Hopefully today we will finish. Tutakesha hapa. There is a big hole that was there, all covered, and voila. It's a dirty job, but I like it. There's nothing like learning to build for yourself, learning to mend your own cracks. Yep. Alright, I gotta get to work.